my friends, welcome to day number 5 of the Stretching for Flexibility Challenge. We're doing glute today, but from a seated position. Yesterday was from a lying. Today we're going to be seated and one standing. So before we do that, we need to do a quick warm-up just to get some blood moving through those muscles. So you ready? Ready? Move this out of the way a little bit. Okay, let's start with that kick across for those glutes and that TFL. How are you liking the stretches so far? Are you noticing any difference? I know that we've only worked on a couple of different muscle groups, and that's okay, but hopefully you've noticed a little bit of improvement. All right, let's go to heel tap. Good. Back tall, abs engaged here, so you get the right muscles warmed up. Feels good. 4, 3, 2. Now, because we're going to be doing some glute, it's a little bit of hamstring, so we're going to do a little kick here just to warm up. Do those hammies, little kick with that heel. Good. We'll stretch that lower back a little bit with this. Awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we're definitely going to do a step behind and reach over to get through this area here as well. All of this. So you have a glute medius and minimus there that this stretch can help get, which is part of those glutes, right? So I've got to get some blood flowing through there. And now, that's really good. Lower back stretch. So you can put your hands on your knees if you want, or if you want to sweep the floor, you can do that too. But this will help a little bit with those hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. Cool. One more each direction. And there you go. Okay, so let's get into those stretches. Grab that chair, and if you're doing these at work, good for you. All right, we're going to go to a number 4 with those legs. Crossing right ankle over left knee. This is going to be a huge glute max and piriformis stretch. I know we did this a couple days ago for like a lower back stretch. We're going to do it again, but we're going to change it just a little bit as well. So starting, hopefully, if you've had hip replacement or knee replacement, this is comfortable for you. In order to get the best stretch out of your glute, it needs to be on your ankle, or your ankle on your knee if you can get it there. Okay, so we're just going to do a minute. All we're doing is just sitting here, nice deep breaths, and a slight lean forward. Okay, if you want to get an extra deep stretch, so this might be enough for you. Your glutes might be so tight that you have to lean back because you can't lean forward. It's just too painful. I understand. Do what you can. Should feel good, shouldn't hurt. The more consistent you are, the more range of motion you will have. If you want, you can push your knee down to get a little bit deeper. You don't have to, but you can. So we're just a little lean forward. And if you want to push that hand into your knee to push that knee down, you can. Don't forget to breathe. So we're going to do a minute on this side, and then we'll switch and do a minute on the other. Okay, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and take a break. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So sitting tall, slight lean forward, and if you want to push that knee down, you can. That's just a little lean forward. You can lean. I want you to focus on making sure your back stays tall though. We're not rounding at the shoulders. That's a different stretch. So back nice and tall and just lean forward. This, if you feel a lot of tightness here, this can really contribute to lower back tightness. So between day 2 and day 3, or depending on if you did the lying or seated, these 2 days combined can have a significant impact on how much range of motion slash maybe less pain your lower back has. So you might just want to keep doing these 2 days over and over and over again. Okay, there's 1 minute. Now, going back to that first side, we're going to do that again. So right ankle over left knee. And now what you're going to do is round forward or lean forward. So let that upper body roll forward. Okay, and this is going to be a different part of your glute. So before it was more kind of towards the outside. Now with that round forward, it should move it more towards the center and a little bit deeper. It should feel different, all right? So we're just going to go, and if it's really hard to round forward and you just need to stay here, that's fine. Just hang out here, just try to do that little rounded shoulder and go as deep as you can. Good job. Okay. Whatever you can do to get a good stretch. If you want to drive that elbow into the inside of your knee as you round forward, you can to get even more of a stretch. It might be a little intense. So it should feel good. We're just gonna leave it there. You're doing great. You have 20 seconds left. Mm. Is this a favorite stretch of anybody? No? People don't like stretching? Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, now we get to do that on the other side. All right. So crossing left ankle over right knee, and then we're just gonna let those shoulders round as we lean forward. So if you need to do the round here, you might feel a nice little lower back stretch. If you want to, fall forward as far as you can, that's completely fine. If you want to drive that elbow into the inside of your knee as you round, you can do that too. Ah, good. So hopefully this feels a different stretch than the one we did earlier. Different part of that glute. 30 seconds left. Are you writing down your stretches that you like or you know that you need to do to help your range of motion? Because there's below a link to a calendar that you can check off and make notes on so you know what else you need to do. Okay, here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, one more time that stretch, but in a very different way. Back to the first side, right ankle over left knee. Hopefully you're already feeling a little bit looser just from doing that, right? And now what we're going to do is take your knee to your opposite shoulder. So just going to hug your knee to your opposite shoulder. That's all you're going to do. Ready? Here we go. If you are, like we're sitting tall here, if it's a struggle and just use your hands to pull because you might be super tight, you just need to pull, use your knee to pull your hands. The goal is to keep that back tall. You don't want to be rounding through your lower back. So keep that back tall as you bring your knee as close as you can to your opposite shoulder. Hey, hey, feels so good, right? You have 20 seconds left, and then we get to switch to that other side. Who knew that this ankle over the opposite knee could be so great for your glutes and your lower back? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Let's go to that second side. So left ankle over right knee, and you're going to hug your left knee to your right shoulder. Here we go, 1 minute. Again, you might notice that one side has more mobility, so if you need to use your hands to pull, just try to please keep your shoulders as tall, your back as tall as possible. And that will keep your spine happy because this one, if you're trying to twist a bunch, then it won't be in your glute as much. Doing good. You're halfway done with this minute. Excellent job. And we're going to do a really great stretch for the glute medius and minimus. It'll also get your TFL, which is the outside part of that hip too. Almost done. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Great job. Okay, the next one is going to be from a standing position. So if you are balance challenged, then I would recommend having a chair or a wall that you can hold on to. But what you're going to do is cross your left in front of your right foot, slight bend in those knees. You're going to lean to the right, and then if you want, so if you need that chair for balance, you can take your left arm, take your left arm overhead, and then here's how you're going to get it into this part, your glute medius and minimus as well. So then you're going to do a little lean forward, okay? So we're just going to hang out here for a minute, and that minute has started. So if you need a chair, please do. But just a little lean forward will move it into the upper part of your glute. And that can sometimes, if that's tight, it can cause that lower back to get angry too. So that little lean forward, if you're just straight, then you're going to get more oblique, maybe a little bit of lat and some TFL. But when you do that little lean forward, that's when it moves it into your glute medius and minimus, as well as the TFL. So you're at 20 seconds left. Doing good. Slight bend in those knees will help you with your balance. If it's a big struggle to stay upright. Good. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good. Ooh. Now we get to go to that second side. So if you need your chair, you can turn around or move it to the other side. Right in front of left, slight bend in those knees. Reach that right arm overhead, and now do a slight little lean forward. Here we go with that minute. Good. So you might notice the one side is more tight than the other, just like on that chair. And if you need to play with it a little bit, see, so if you do a tiny little lean forward, it might feel different than if you do a big lean forward. So you can just see what works best for you. You have 30 seconds left. Good. Oh man, I don't know about you guys, but I love this stretch. And the great thing is you can do this at work. You can do this while you're standing in your kitchen. Take a stretch break while you're cooking. Or while you're waiting for the water to boil, right? Or it's in the oven. Oh boy, that's the great thing about stretching is you can do it almost anywhere. And you're almost done here. Oh, you're done. Okay, great. That's for your glutes, guys. That was it. A little bit shorter today. So if you want to go back and redo a couple of those stretches, you can. Just to finish what I was saying, the nice thing about these stretches, you can do them 1 or 2 times a day, 10 seconds minimum, anytime. And it doesn't have to be the whole kit and caboodle. You could just do one of the 4 or 5 that I've shown you today. So that's what's great. So make a note, write it down so you know what works best for you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow for workout number 6, which is going to be hamstrings and quads. It's going to be the lying down one, so you can do it on the floor or the bed. But if you prefer to skip day 6 and just go to day 7 where we only do the seated ones, that's fine too. So I hope you have a good day. I'll see you at the next workout.